everyone here. I'm very glad to see. I cannot say so many people, but still we have some young men, young women, young girls that are interested in Tibet. You know that when you are already better than me. The first time that I have this kind of notion to I'm interested in Tibet is when I went to France after in 1988. So you are younger than me to try to know what happened in Tibet. Tibet is really something that I believe in Taiwan that we need to pay attention about, because in some way we have some kind of the same situation, because the biggest problem of Taiwan is China. The same thing for Tibet. The biggest problem of Tibet is China. So I think we should be here to share some experience, and I just tell our friends that we need to maybe try to find a better future together. Okay, so today we are very proud to have a very famous reporter from Tibet and who lives now in India because he cannot return to his home country, and I think it's very sad. So we have Yeshe here today. And today he will try to talk about the media and the democracy in exile. I believe that he will use about 1 hour to, because we have a lot of time. We have time until 2:30. So it's depends on you how long you will talk. But I think that if you can talk for about 1 hour, it will be very good. And then, or even a little more, and then we will give time for the audience to try to exchange our opinion. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Okay. So use this one?
Yeah, this one, please.
Because my voice is really low.
Hello. First of all, thank you all, and give me a great opportunity to speak for that.
I also would like to thank
Thank you, Mr. Professor Wang.
I think there are a lot of rules.
And
So it's
very grateful.
really to have the opportunity to talk for Tibet and Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah.
Hello.
Wait.
It's nothing here.
So, normally I'm not a politician, as a person who just explained, you know. So my speech or talk is not very formal. I just want to share and want to connect with you to know more about the issue of Tibet and how we live how Tibetans live in exile as a refugee, and how the government serves the people, how the media people work for their people and write about the issue. So this is mainly about my talk. So let me introduce a little bit about my experience and my kind of story. I was born in eastern Tibet. There's called Nyakshu. Nyakshu means there's a river called Nyakshu. So my town called Nyakshu. In 1985, I came to India when I was very young. And first of all, just that we was visiting in France in 1980s, right?
1988. I was student there. The first time that I began to touch about the Tibet problems, to know about the Tibet problem.
Yeah. So, you know, so this is my kind of starting to know about the world. So my village, we don't have good schools and good schools and
It's okay. Can you hear?
Can you hear?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay,
So
I
that's
make
always a technical problem.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. So now it's already 25 years past my life in exile as a refugee. I look back to my kind of story when I was young, and then I think about how I escaped. It took around 4 months to reach in India. So I crossed mountain to mountain and so many different rocky mountains, and also there are so many dangerous kind of mountains I was passing. So
so I think back to this, I think, okay, now I'm already 25 years past, can I do this again, that, I did last 20 years ago. I think it's quite impossible for me. Physically I've grown up, but when I maybe stronger. But when I think about when I was escaping that time is on 11. So I think I think I myself are strong and something like I'm a journalist, or now I'm a little bit educated, and but can I do the same thing that I did when I was young? Can I pass these snow mountains with my foot, walking, not aeroplane or not cars, not trucks? So it's a very good question. Then I feel more about myself, and okay, so what is me? So let me study about this. Then I always think that I'm a journalist, and I write about Tibet. I write about Tibet. We have around 40 journalists in exile. Most of them have the same experience that I have, who are from the different places of East Tibet. So then I always a strong feeling that Tibetan exile is representing the 6 million Tibetans in Tibet. Do I need to translate that? No?
It's okay, yeah.
Okay. So 6 million Tibetans in Tibet. Because, so 6 million Tibetans, let me introduce a little bit about this. We have 6 million Tibetans in Tibet. We have 3 traditional provinces called Chogasom in Tibetan. Chogasom means 3 provinces in Tibet. So Kham, Amdo, and Utsam. Utsam means central Tibet, and Kham is eastern Tibet, and Amdo is northeastern Tibet. As I said, 6 million Tibetans, 1.2 million Tibetans live in autonomous region. But present time, the Chinese say this is Tibet. So the truth is the rest of Tibet, if this is Tibet, rest of Tibetans living outside of Tibet. So after the occupation in 1959, Chinese government, they divided Tibetan land to different autonomous prefecture and different autonomous counties. That is divided to around four Chinese provinces: Qinghai, Gansu, and Qinghai, Gansu, Sichuan, and Yunnan. So right now the Tibetans struggle fights for the whole Tibet. Chokasong is the three traditional province, the old part of Tibet, which is including the 6 million Tibetan. And China says that it's only the autonomous region that is they created after 1959. So, so why I'm saying this? So from 2008, there is no from 2008 there is no freedom of speech, no freedom to practice religion, and no freedom to speak about Tibet. If you gather like this, you are immediately arrested without questioning anything, without asking any reason. And tomorrow, your family will, they don't know. You all just disappeared. So after 2 months of, 2-3 months of, disappearing, so then they slowly, the families will know where are you detained, why you are detained, and the officials are still not giving any kind of good reason to the family why he is arrested or she is arrested. And regarding to the reporters without a border, that border in Paris, there are around 20 journalists are detained and sentenced in China. So 10 among them is 10 among them are Tibetans. And then from 2008, we have around 20 websites, 20 websites by the individual writers and the journalists all are blocked, and they have around more than 30 blogs, very active blogs. Blogs are also washed out by the Chinese government. So, it's kind of, there is no place, no platform to speak out from Tibet. So, why I'm saying this is the Tibetans we have in exile is around 150,000, and from them there are 90,000 is in India, and we have 20,000 in Nepal, and 2,000 in Bhutan, and the rest of them in America, Europe, and Paris. That Ms. Wu said he also made some Tibetans in France. So why I'm saying this is, so this small population, include me, we think we are presenting their voice and the 6 million Tibetans' voice. I mean, we are writing what they think, what they demand, what they wish, what they calling for. So that is why we are saying why the Tibetans in exile are representing the 6 million Tibetans in Tibet. So let me start with my presentation on the Yeah. Yeah, this is the first Tibetan mural, actually. This is first Tibetan newspaper first newspaper in Tibetan language. You see, it looks very old, yeah. So old times we usually call old is gold. So we have this copy only. So there's no copy left in our history. It's only one copy. So this is published in 1924, but it's outside of Tibet. This is a very strange story, right? Outside of Tibet. It was published in India, very boundary into the Tibet, and the place called Kanpur, Bengal, India. This is the state Bengal, West Bengal in India. Only 50 initial copies are, distributed and sent to Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, and one copy to the 13th Dalai Lama. Currently we have newspapers in exile. The first one is in Tibetan language. All of these are Tibetan writing, publishing in Tibetan language. First one called the Tibetan Freedom, and the second one is the Tibet Express, and the third one is Tibet Times, and the fourth one is Social Bureau. So this, I think there's a, the first one is actually official, it's owned by the Tibetan government, and the Tibetan Freedom is founded in 1965. Tibet Express founded in 2003, Tibet Times founded in 1997, and Social Bureau 2000. So let me explain about the little different contents that we are doing. Actually, I also want to talk a little about the media inside Tibet. Media inside Tibet, there is no an independent media organization in Tibet, whole part of Tibet, right now. The media and radio stations and broadcasting, television broadcasts are owned by the Chinese government. It's controlled by the state media. So you have of course you have some Tibetan journalists there, but they have to follow the certain rules and regulations that the state media has. So there's no way to write about what's happening. You have to wait the orders. So, but exile, you have several media organizations. So, for example, Tibet Post, is very small. Actually, the office is very small. So when we talk about the freedom and democracy, it doesn't mean that it doesn't count about a big or small organization. So I always say to my colleagues, okay, we are very small, but we have a good stove, have a good fire, but can cook tea and coffee, whatever we want. So like that, so we can write, whatever we want. It's not like in Tibet. So yes. Yeah, then these are the magazine which is owned by the Tibetan government, exile. It is Tibetan Bulletin, and we also have Chinese version is very good. And this is very important to know because we have the 3 daily news and photos in Chinese language. First one is also Tibet, that is founded in 1970s, is owned by the Tibetan government. Dalam Board is founded in 2010 is belongs to Dalam office. So the third one is Tibetan Post is independent news agency. So and then English newspaper will have is Tibetan Post will have online newspaper that has 5,000 to 10,000 downloads for every issue. And another one is Tibetan. It was also part of government. Later they become independent. Now the office is based in India. It's founded in 1967. So these are the actually it's not owned by the Tibetan themselves because this financing by the American Congress, the first and second. And the middle one is I think is financing by a Norwegian committee. So I don't know if it's a government or independent government. So it also has a Chinese section. The message of that. The first one is Radio Free Asia, and the third one is Voice of America. It was broadcasting to the issues, but it has to also follow certain kind of rules because it's the American government news agency. Radio Free Asia is independent, so it do report every issue of Tibet. Yeah, this is the most popular web media in exile. So the report is one of them. Well, for more than 45 minutes a month. And the second one is Net is also part of the government. It has 32 minutes a month. And Payu means Tibetan. It's fatherland. So it has 5,000 visitors a month. So I think the differences between hits and visitors right now. So this is very brief about media and exile. So this is we have also a journalist organization in exile. We have, as I told you, we have around 14 members. So this is a meeting and also a workshop in 2006. Right. Yeah, this is my kind of presentation for Tibetan media and exile. So maybe we can go to the next topic, but we can also have talks before going to another topic.
Okay. We first have some question about. 有些有没有对他们那个有什么那个想法 I know that you know in Taiwan I also have some friend who try to create some media to make some balance in the media world in Taiwan, you know, because on the past the media was controlled by the KMT government, and then later we have Liberty Times who support more the position, and 2 years before our the vice president of the DPP government also tried to create a media calling 玉山周报. It's also a journal of how to say of Yushan, but we know that it is very expensive, to keep a media. So after 2 years, she just conclude the Yushan Zhoubao. Yeah. So I know it's very expensive. I doubt how you can, because Tibetan, you are not very rich, and you need to have some support. How you can resolve the financial problem to keep this media function? Yeah. How you do that? Because maybe you can share some experience.
Yes, thank you. Thank you much.
我问他问题就是他们怎么做的，因为我们现在倒了一大堆媒体玉山周报那个心头壳也是非常辛苦的就是如果是跟传统的政府的比较是偏政府的那些来看的话，他们的资金比较多你比如说那个中石集团就旺旺在支持嘛联合报也有很多钱支持。但是其他的都非常痛苦那玉山周报已经倒了嘛其他的，所以说你们怎么做，怎么可以这样一直维持下去？这是我的问题。
Thank you. I work for actually I founded Tibet Books. The first year, the founding year, I was alone of it. It's not of it by home, and I collect money from because I work for the Reporters Without Border.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the international press freedom watchdog. So it looks after where is most journalists for journalists, journalists facing difficulties for reporting, and so Tibet is very connected with them because of the we have very difficulties inside Tibet, and the whole websites are blocked and washed out, they close, the blogs are closed. So yeah, the Tibetan inside they can write, but they cannot send this message to outside Tibet. So that's why I work for the Reporters Without Borders.
Yeah.
So that I was working the another news agency, which is Tibet Express, the first independent weekly. So slowly, then I met the history is very related with the Tibet, because Dalai Lama's view, of course, we have different groups in exile, different groups of exile. There are many, they like we call Tibet Youth Congress.
Yeah.
Tibet Youth Congress, they fight for the struggle is for independent, complete independence from China. So no China, completely. They say there's no place for Tibet. There's China, there's no place for Tibet. So they say like that. So normally Dalai Lama's view is very different. The Dalai Lama is not fighting for independence. Dalai Lama says, okay, look at the European Union, all becoming one state. One visa can go everywhere. They can go to the 20 member states, 25, I think more than 25 states now. So you can go there. So they are sharing each other. So these are the Dalai Lama's view. So there is a autonomous region in Italy. It's called South Tyrol. I have a friend. He is also a parliament member. So he was visiting Dharamshala, and he told me during my interview, he told me, if you need any help, he was very impressed about my work, and he was also interested in my story of escaping from Tibet to India. So he has also used to have a lot of difficult experience in his life, because his land is also part of the Italy, but it is autonomous region. So he supports that. And he said, if you need any help, just let me know, he said. And I one day, I already have my idea of the Tibet Post, idea of Tibet Post. So I already have the domain names and space, and because I have collected some money from my salary from the Reporters Without Border. It's a very small amount. We talk about 450 Indian rupees for the domain name. It's very cheap. But you have to update every year. So, and then I don't know how to design website too at that time. So, and I also started to learn how to design website myself. And then still it's not enough. I must need an office, must need some people to work here. Then I sent to you a letter. You used to ask me if I need any help. So today I need help. And he took this issue to his parliament. And then starting from since to 2010, so they supported us.
So you do receive
some
from
international foundations. It's Southern Parliament, regional parliament. So they support a small amount. So that money I set up the office. Everything. We have computers. You can see from there. This is our office. So we have set up office, and many of these people are working here. So they are volunteering. Only we have 2 paid staff. And the Chinese editor from Taiwan, she is also volunteering.
Okay.
She is Chinese editor, but she is doing she also started her job from since we started, So, and then yeah, of course we also face different small problems between South Tiru Fund is also gone because we face difficulties. And then right now we have some funds from Reporters Over the Border, so to continue that. And we also have some individual donations from different parts of the world, especially most are from Taiwan.
Most of Taiwan?
Yeah, Taiwan. So for that we have developed our furnitures and camera. And in India, the light is we have problems. Sometimes there's no light for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So, and you cannot walk. News is not like the other office. You have to update daily on time. We have, because my kind of opinion, I want to develop my media, not only Tibet Post, but also the, have to show something challenge. And if there is fast news, some people think that then they work harder, and then they report more fast, and they're faster, yeah. So I also wanted some support from this kind of ideas, and then we also bought a very good generator. It is quite expensive. It's all from the most. I think 95% donations from individuals, friends in Taiwan. So that's why Tibet Post is still very active.
他刚才有提到，我刚才不是跟你讲说，比如说他们怎么维持下去嘛，很有趣嘛。他说当然都要靠他们个人的很多的努力的那他必须替很多比如说有一个那个无边界那个记者那个协会工作，那他们有时候会碰到一些朋友，然后会寄钱给他们然后来有一些都很困难比 比如说他们在西藏，他们讲说他们工作办公室电不像我们这边随时都有，还有时候来，有时候没有来，其实都要非常困难的。然后像他的中文的这方面，就很多就是自愿的，那其中自愿都是来自台湾。他说台湾其实蛮多人在协助他们的你看，这我们扮演很重要的角色，在很多我们看不见的地方，台湾其实仍然是很重要所以这其实是来自于全世界的协助，使得它这个怎么样？它这个media， 它这个报纸它可以继续生存。那很多那个编辑那他要自己学，你要在 internet 上怎么做，他自己都要去学所以是非常困难，然后这样勉强维持的。只希望有更多的来自各方的协助，使得他们的声音可以这样传达出去。那么很多其实在中国这样的那个压力之下，很多事情上并不是那么简单一件事情。然后他刚才还有提到一个就是像他们当然内部有一些不一样的意见比如说达赖喇嘛就不主张独立，达赖喇嘛就主张要跟中国要和谐共存。但它里面也有那种比较对抗比较强的，像那个图国青年议会他就主张完全独立的。那当然他们这边就会里面有很多说服这种不同意见，大概是稍微跟各位做一个描述。有没有其他 ？I just translate your speech to them, OK？
那个我们有小礼物，如果有前4个发问的话，
前4个算不算？我有了啦，因为我觉得我他那些我都有。好，我们看有没有其他的那个有没有一些问题要问一下。Any question about Tibet?
Yeah, I think I go as we talked about already about Tibet books. So
Yeah.
I have a small presentation. I can give a brief about this.
Okay. Go on.
This is our legal organization based in. It is we call it Human Rights Trust. And that is government is registered under the Indian government.
In the Indian government?
Yeah, Indian government. So this runs Tibet Post. Actually, Tibet was founded in 2007. This one is founded in 2010. So that means it takes a longer time to register.
But Tibet Post is also legal.
It's legal.
Yeah.
It's published by legal. Yeah. Because it is online now. Yeah.
这是他另外一个，他在介绍给他另外一个做的另外一个媒体第一个是怎么样？图国的 Post Tibet Post 是另外一个，刚刚创立叫喜马拉雅 Literacy Trust 那这是2010年才开始所以他给各位做一下一个简单的介绍。
Okay. So these are the first is the English version, Chinese version, and the Tibetan version we have also. So I said we have a 2-page stuff. That's the 2-page stuff, right? So one is the two are most are working on Tibetan. So we have another. Most are the volunteer works. So volunteer work.
Hong Kong look.
Yeah.
Hong Kong in India, Taiwan, South Korea.
Yeah, that is true. So,
why Hong Kong?
I don't know. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about this. We got his name is Greg Watton from the Reports Federal. He's a best special kind of specialist. He checked our system, and then he said the 60% of these divided is from inside Tibet and China. Not because I know it's quite impossible when you think about this, because the Tibet Coast is blocked and Tibetans cannot do that. You are scanned every of the internet. You have to show your ID card. So there's a very strict rule. So what he says is because in the China and Tibet, they are using proxy server. Like the Falun Gong, they made some software called FreeGate. The Chinese people in China and Tibetan people in Tibet they can use. So we also, our members also they are trying to send as much as we can,
So, and that is one thing. And then this is, our sister websites too.
Let us come back to, because I think that same time if we have some question, okay? I have some question about this, your analysis, very interesting. 所以我们看一下这个，同学可以问个问题你们看这个新的叫 TBI 就是 Tibet Post International 它是用3种语言，一个是怎么样？英文，然后吐蕃语跟中文然后很有趣的国际西藏邮报。刚才那个好不好？先不要离开，刚才那个地方。你们看很有趣它其实人蛮多去看，从2011年以来已经有超过1100万人去看过了。但是它最有趣的怎么样？最多人去看是香港、美国、印度、台湾跟南韩，最多竟然是香港。可是香港现在也是对西藏问题开始有兴趣了。the question I'm trying to ask you is why Hong Kong people in Hong Kong was the people who visit the most your website. Just because they feel now they have a lot of problem with China, or yes or not? Because I just visited Hong Kong 2 months ago, and they do have a big problem with China. A Chinese professor say Hong Kong people are dogs. Even a very strong sensation. And I met some professor from Hong Kong. They said now a lot of people in Hong Kong feel they are first of all Hong Kongese or Hong Kong. In front of Hong Kong, people from they don't feel so. I mean, they want to make a distance with Chinese for the national identity. So I feel it's very interesting. Can you just try to give us an answer why people in Hong Kong read so much your website? 我刚才提到是怎么样？因为我1个月以前才刚去香港嘛然后你们知道那狗皇大战嘛对。然后我在那碰到很多香港的教授，他讲说，奇怪现在学生有时候问他这个问题说。你们是哪里人就像台湾，我们很喜欢调查你到底是哪里人，台湾人、中国人，然后台湾人跟中国人，这相同问题在香港也是。你要知道，只要是被中国强硬管理的，都会都会有这样的问题那西藏人是不用调查，因为他们从来不觉得他们中国人那在香港就是有这个问题结果他们讲说很奇怪现在越来越多人说我们是香港人，我们不是中国人我们就是不要当中国人尤其是2008年之后结果那个中国政府就非常生气说这个这民调不准再发布了说你们怎么可以说你们不是中国人所以这是一个很有趣的发展，因为香港以前从来没有港独的问题，当然现在也不太敢讲，可是我突然有听到这个问题，因为我以前很少听到什么港独香港对中国一部分怎么可能离开，但是他们现在在提港独这个问题，这很有趣。And I continue to say that my experience in Hong Kong is very interesting because before some professors in Hong Kong just told me that before they never heard about the independence of Hong Kong. But since 2008 now, this kind of question we are talking about the Gangdu, just like the Taidu and the Zangdu, the independence of Tibet. So they do have a problem with the Chinese government. It's not so nice as we see that since they become now a part of China, that everything in Hong Kong are going so well. So I feel that in some way, with an authoritarian government, that it's really not the future. So just try to tell me what's your feeling about why in Hong Kong, because it's really very interesting. Hong Kong, normally should not be a place that visits so much the Tibetan problem.
I think China do so many dramas. So even Dalai Lama is not asking independence. They say, oh, he is a separator. So whole people knows, except Chinese people inside China. Even Taiwan knows Dalai Lama is not seeking for independence. Of course, you have a big organization, have more than around 30,000 Tibetan young generation. They are fighting for independence. Of course, we have. But Dalai Lama, when he has power, now he has given his power to elected government. When during his 50 years of rule, he never seek independence. But I think Professor knows, and many people, the Western, even the American or European community, it knows, but still China saying, oh, Dalai Lama is seeking independence. So actually they not answering the Western countries and European countries, Taiwan, including Taiwan. they're just fooling their people because there's no freedom of speech in China. So the websites, every websites, more things are many are blocked, and you cannot most of the newspapers are official newspapers. So most of people are, many people, you have billions of people in China, yeah? So many people, I can say more than half of it, they don't know about anything except what China government says. So once it's drama, for example, Hong Kong is also drama because they are saying one China, two policy.
Two systems.
Two systems, yeah, two systems. So they want to show something in Hong Kong to answer the whole,
Yeah.
and they actually don't like the protest in Hong Kong. Some protests are on there sometimes. Yeah, and one of my friends in Hong Kong also used to work here. He came to Dharamsala and he volunteered here for 3 months. His name is Katin Chow. So he's saying sometimes he also don't believe if there is a small protest, or is this a real protest or maybe it's a performance, yeah? Sometimes he feel like that, he told me. So, yeah. So I think, they just wanted to show Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is a small and they are under control. Under control. You can do whatever you want one day, any time, I mean. So they want to show something. Okay, we have we have two systems. So in how you look Hong Kong, the people can protest. People can access internet. People can do something right about the things. They just want to show this maybe this is kind of one thing, because our web expert also said that so many the Chinese especially information departments, they are very looking at our websites. You can understand from their IP address. So they also use Tibetans too. They use 3 times. One we write about because Taiwan is a big democracy country. Tibet is also going this way. We have a parliament. So parliament people fights.
Yeah,
it's not
people do fight.
Yeah, it's not a kind of like surprise in Taiwan or Tibetan exile or other democratic countries. But China, they are very they are fighting, so like that. Because in Chinese parliament, one people says everybody have to agree it. That is not that, right? So then we write about Tibetan parliament fighting. They use it and says, okay, you see, Tibetans inside Tibet, do you believe these people, they are fighting themselves? So they use that one. Another one is, Dalai Lama said, I am son of India. I am son of India means he described why I am son of India. He said, my mind full of Buddha's teaching. Buddha is from India. So mind, my mind is India. So he means that, but it doesn't mean he's Indian. Yeah. So they use that, okay, again you see your Dalai Lama is like that. He said, well now he is Indian. If he is Indian, he is not Tibetan. Then why we talk about Tibet? It's like that, right? And then third one, we write about the election in the first very popular election of our Prime Minister in exile. And we said, okay, there's the election is very popular because it's turnout and so many people gathered, and people are very crowded. Yeah, we're writing about that, and they use this. Tibetans are going to elect a leader who is a terrorist because they think the Youth Congress are terrorists because our Prime Minister used to be a member of Youth Congress. So they think that the Youth Congress are terrorists. you know, usually the whole terrorist means who are killing people, but Tibetan youth Congress never kill a single people. So these are, you know, drama. They're using it. So I think it's using it.
他说哈，其实刚稍微再讲一下刚才讲的东西哈，我要问他为什么香港嘛，他说其实他应该没有直接解释啊，但他讲说哈，现在放在西藏、香港跟台湾哈，其实有很多事情是蛮类似也蛮有趣的啊，比如说，其实要很小心中国每次他对于，因为我刚才偷偷提到什么藏独啊、台独啊这样，说什么叫独立这个意思？他说像达赖喇嘛一生中从来没有主张过独立，但是永远会对中国讲说你就是藏独分子。 哦，他就同样讲，他想要跟中国和平相处也没有办法，所以他的其实隐含的意思就是怎么样？这个独立不独立，你的自治状态完全就是由中国来定义，其他人都不能讲什么。哦，所以这是很难过，然后很难去接受，然后很难去处理的事情。然后有关于香港，他有朋友在香港说哦，刚才提到说中国一直要讲说一国两制，要跟大家讲说一国两制可以运作的。 但事实上并不是大家都想要是这么容易。比如说，他说朋友从香港来哈，那常常怀疑就是说，香港的那个抗争有是真的还是假的，哦，或者说是不是容许的啊？然后其实永远不能有激烈抗争，跟那个什么，跟台湾或者其他地方完全不一样，因为他们有时候实在是身不由己，愿意完全被中国管控。好，那一国两制其实也就让大家知道说，一国两制上可以非常和谐，因为中国是非常注重和谐这个东西的。哦，每次提到说一定要一切都很和谐，为什么？ 像中国常在取笑西藏哈，他们的议会，他干几大其实我以为你听得懂，他说，哦，他们就 fight， 说哈，其实他们的议会里面常会打架，就是有不同意见，哦，那他说就像台湾一样打来打去，他说议员本来就是会有东西就会吵架，就会打架啊，他说哪像中国议会是全世界最和谐的，就是每次看中国议会哈，就一个人，然后要不然大家会睡觉，其实很像以前国民大会，如果你还印象的话，就跟那种大家睡觉，议会不应该是这样，因为本来就是要有不同意见，然后互相一直。 是嘛？但是中国就会一直嘲笑西藏跟台湾的议会讲说，你看你们要这样的制度，你要这样国家，你看这西藏人要自己打来打去，这台湾人要打来打去，这样不和谐的社会你们要吗？用这样来取笑我们。哦，那再来他也会把他们描述成一个怎么样一个除了这个之外，紧接着讲说，他也会一直不断的取笑达赖喇嘛，讲说不是取笑讲说，你看达赖喇嘛确实讲过说他是 son of India， 他说他是印度之子。 可当讲到印度之子的时候，他并不是讲说我是印度人，他是讲说，因为你们知道达赖喇嘛就是佛教徒嘛，佛教那个佛祖是从印度来的嘛，所以说他内心实际上是怎么样？是继承佛祖的那个宗教思想。然后中国就讲说，你看达赖喇嘛说他是印度人，那你们要跟印度人谈吗？那印度人来谈什么西藏问题？所以说用这种不断的攻击来让大家都对于他们的西藏，然后他们的想法都有不同的，就会产生距离然后甚至会把它描述成那个恐怖分子所以他觉得说这个都是可能就是一些事实，然后在香港或在很多地方，或者说在中国是看不到，所以可能因为这样的话，他们可以也是个原因说有这么多世界很多人来看他的现在这个website。OK。
Yeah, and these are also the typical sister website we have. As I said, the middle one is a Tibetan language. We have blogs in there, so Tibetans are connected there.
这是个例子，他们也是他的一个网站，中间是西藏文右边中文看到左边是英文。
The middle one is a Tibetan language. So there are around 300 people who are already writing about Tibet and talking about their life. So 300 Tibetans from some are also from Tibet, and most are from India, different part of institutions and communities, and also European Tibetans, American Tibetans. They talk on this issue.
所以大概有300个现在这边注册，然后写过3000个那个什么文章嘛，然后来自于全世界各地用各种语言在上面写，就是表达他们对这个西藏的意见。
Yeah, and the other one is we publish, we call it Outlook Tibet, which is published about the long articles and opinions most of. And the other one is we are publishing the Chinese language. Usually this is simplified Chinese.
Yeah.
And it has, we are receiving also many kind of articles, opinions from the overseas Chinese. Also some Chinese we have to.
What's in international Chinese?
This is a part of it, yeah. So yeah, international Chinese groups, these are we are receiving some articles.
From international Chinese pro-democracy groups, so
yeah.
It's not the language.
Yeah, so no, it's not language. I mean it is overseas Chinese.
他刚才提到说啊，我刚才不是讲中间是西藏语，左边是英文，右边是那个什么中文嘛？然后说，这个是用简体字写的。然后下面我又看到 International Chinese 问他说，那什么是国际中文啊？不是国际中文啊，是 International Chinese Pro-Democracy Group， 是国际亲
民主团体或
团体啊，中国人团体或什么这些。
We also write some articles. This is another platform for our pages.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one.
有没有问题？一下，也练一下你的英文啊。哪个英文？赶快。用中文我放上。
我用中文。
好。
我曾经，你好，欢迎就是来这边演讲。那我曾经听过一个网站，就叫60，就是网站，就是我想知道，就是你们跟他合作，或是有什么关联性？因为我知道他也是在报道西藏的事情。
Okay, she was very thankful for your presentation here, and she admired a lot your speech. She just want to ask you, she heard before that there exists an internet blog calling 64, 64 the Tiananmen event.
Oh, yeah.
64. And she heard about that this internet blog have report a lot of things about Tibet. So she just wants to know if you have a relation with them, yes or not. You work together, yes or not.
Yes, we have not direct interaction, but we have, of course, we have different people that are thinking from this, because as I told you, we have about some. They also sending us the software that they created, they designed, to access and use and post. I mean the situations, information about outside China, you know. So especially we have also good connection with the Epoch Times.
Epoch Times, of course.
Epoch Times, and then the Boschon. That is one of the biggest Chinese website outside China. It is publishing from USA. So I'm a very good fan of him. We will take Java sometimes, and then we will talk and talk about what to do. And he has hundreds of articles, basically from China, for individual people, writers, and very important person writers. No. So also write for the writers, Chinese writers, and artists, and intellectuals who are trying to detain in sentencing and include Lu Xianbo, yeah. So we talk about this.
他说其实他有啊，他跟这个网站接了很多关系啊，交换设计啊，交换新闻啊，交换报道啦，交换资讯啊。但其实他在强调，其实他觉得他们比较多合作是跟大纪元，你知道大纪元吗？像法轮功的，应该是全世界读的最多。你们应该有时候去看一下大纪元哦，我有订啊。然后偶尔去看一下，他那个蛮有趣的，他常常讲健康，就是让人家对你们觉得正经有益哈。他讲很多国际新闻，然后他不谈社会新闻，就不写新，就写新闻偶尔看看，你看一下那个，他常跟你讲说怎么维持一个健康的身体那当然他都有一半都在骂中国啦。在讲其实不是骂中国，他是我觉得他是诚实报道，在中国内部发生什么事。就说现在里面有什么抗议，有什么这些大纪元，就是你就可以比较真实，你可以跟旺旺对照一下，完全不一样。一边是完全讲那边的好，是一个讲里面就发生什么事情。 他说跟这个大件是他全世界上是有最多读者，因为他有2G中语，中文也有那个对，偶尔看如果可以买到，你可以去买一下啊，来看一下，给他们支持一下。所以它是法轮功的。他说跟这些的那个他们的关系蛮多的，所以你可以看到，其实外面的有这种在对于中国做比较诚实报道的这种新闻其实还蛮多。我们应该有时候应该多看一下，不是只是看一下那个国内现在可能比较对他们就是那种做生意，我们看有点依赖他，所以比较是正面报道。其实我觉得平衡报道是蛮重要的。Okay, just talk that you do have just translate what you say. And I try to explain also the importance of the epoch time because so many people are reading epoch time, and I say that in Taiwan, epoch time also is written in Chinese, and I just try to read this news because they are trying to also to send some information from inside of China to tell us what happened inside China, because now in Taiwan there's a big problem. Since now we are depending more and more economically on China, so some news just report the good side, the good face of China, not trying to even I don't say to say the bad thing of China, but even with a more neutral situation to talk about what's happened inside China. So I also try to tell them to read report and to say that in fact we do have some, you do have some a lot of relation with this big media in the world, and I think that it's only in working together that we can try to change the opinion of the China people.
Yeah, especially it's more about this issue. So, as I said, the Chinese people really do not know. Majority of Chinese people really do not know what the reality of Taiwan.
I agree with you.
And also Japan. So then it is very, very important to connect with those people who are writing about these things. And so that's why we also have the Chinese version. Especially we make a separate version for the simplified Chinese. And then they will know one day, because the generations always change. And the younger generations are more talented, more educated, and more open. So this cannot stop even in China. One day we will go this way, because it's already the 70% of the world already changed this way, right? So I think one day China's people will know about these things. So right now it's very important to educate not only the Chinese, what is going inside China, but also the Chinese people is very, the younger generation should also, talk with them openly. The Chinese students coming in Taiwan or tourists come in, and when they come to India, of course, it's quite, you have some kind of pressure when you see them, because they are warning you. Because it's not they are, but the government, right? Say, okay, if you say independence, we will attack you. So they're saying like that this way. So let go with that. Then talk openly, and they say, okay, time was this, time is this, and now our people have democracy system. We have freedom of expression. To explain them what is meaning of freedom of expression. So then I think one day they will know. So and then slowly, if we make a good affection inside the people of China, and then they have to change one day, and they have to think about, okay, now it is not easy, right? It's not only that we're not only talking about this now, but also inside our territory. Inside our territory, they're saying so many people also don't agree with me. So we have to think about our policy. So this is, I think, is a very important point of it's my opinion.
好，他在这里提到说他说其实事实上 大部分住在中国的人不了解西藏，不知道西藏发生什么事情，他们这是有距离的，也不晓得台湾发生什么事情。其实这个应该你有感觉，说你开始跟中国学生、交流生有接触的话，很多人其实真的不太晓得台湾。所以我认为来了之后，很多人会改变他们的想法。所以他也是这样的想法，说大部分中国人不晓得，所以他为什么要很努力的在网站、在 media 上工作啊？特别常为这个特别来建立一个怎么样简体中文的一个版本。因为其实他说在中国世代也在不断在时代往前走，他觉得中国是会改变的，年轻的一代想法也跟以前不一样。那这样的一个趋势不是中国政府是可以阻止的。那我们必须去教育这些新一代的中国人。其实我觉得包括我们台湾人新一代，让他们知道就是说，这到底这个中国政府里面到底发生什么事情。当然刚谈这个事情，我们也要了解到他们有时候并不一定会马上同意我们，因为他们会有他们来自他们政府的压力，他们不能随便他们有时候不能随便同意我们。这个其实我也非常同意。像我顺便讲一下我个人经验，我去年才去日本然后来谈台湾认同问题，在一个公开的跟法文讲的，然后各国学者，然后中国学者在跟我讲就公开就抗议，说这个简直是乱讲，然后这不是科学的分析可是后来等到私底下结束之后他们又偷偷的跟我们那些韩国、日本朋友说，其实他们也不反对我们的这个做法，可是他们一定要在公开要抗议，绝对不能同意我的这个任何说法，而且还讲说这个就是乱讲，连科学分析都不具备，那所以然后其实他们也不反对，可是他们做完这种是有道理，但是公开他们绝对没办法赞同，因为现场只有他们大使馆派来的人在那听，万一他们不反对的话，那他们回去也会有问题。所以像这样的一个就是说，我们在西藏西藏不是在西藏，就在他现在的他们在印度那北部我们在台湾都享受有所谓的言论自由权那这一定是中国未来一定要走这条路他们一定要改所以这是怎么样？他的想法就是说，我们必须要顺着或协助他们走向这条路这个就是我们现在的一个责任，我们现在的一个工作。OK。对啊，再来提个问题吧，有人替你们翻译，我很累，我的翻译。他提个问题有关于那个。
Maybe I talk more about.
Yeah, okay, please.
Yeah.
他们的那个策略他们的。
Then the how we report, what kind of difficulties they face during the reporting. Yeah. So in Tibet, I think there are a lot of protests by individuals or groups, and a group of monks, group of nuns, a group of Tibetans, younger Tibetans, also older Tibetans. So it's happening every day in Tibet, in most part of Tibet. So then how we receive this information, because of the internet is blocked, you cannot use the photos and report this protest and these things it's very difficult to send outside Tibet. Then so as I told you, I'm from the one place they call Yeshe, and we one day my place happening something, somebody protested Chinese government, or somebody some Tibetans I know sometimes the whole village goes to the government office, say, okay, please release our religious leader, because there are so many Tibetans are arrested and sentenced for some are sentenced for 10 years, some are life sentence for asking a simple kind of demands, like okay, please, Chinese government, please let Dalai Lama return to Tibet. So this kind of demand. They're not saying you are bad, you are the Kupaya. They're not saying this way. They are saying, Chinese government, please let His Holiness Dalai Lama, let His Holiness Dalai Lama return to Tibet. We need him. Please give us freedom to practice our religion, to keep our culture alive. These are measure of their kind of demand, their kind of determination. So many occasions, like my village. So there are around 1,700 people are there. So they go all together because one of our spiritual arrested and detained for life sentence for talking about deforestation. He said deforestation is not only Chinese, it's not only illegal for Chinese constitution, but it's also internationally this is illegal. So he was trying to talk about this, and then he arrested and sentenced for life.
So you report this demand?
Yeah, and in Tibet and inside Tibet.
Yeah.
So all village come together and say, please release our spiritual leader. He was a religious leader. He is a religious leader. So he is currently basically the life sentence in my country. So it is very difficult to find confirmed information sometimes. So you don't have reporters there. We don't have any kind of formal reports allowing these areas to reporting freely. And so if they send some official reports, they also always follows the official rules. They always report about good things about what Chinese government is, right? And so every day we have, I told you, we have around 150,000 Tibetans in exile. So each of these Tibetans has a family or their grandparents or parents in Tibet, and their sisters, brothers are there in Tibet. So I have 4 brothers in Tibet. I have one sister, she's in India. So she's the youngest one. So the 4 brothers are uneducated. They don't know anything. They even don't know that there's existence about European or America. So a very, very rural area. The only thing about something like they just want to practice kind of religion, and they just want to live as a peaceful way. They don't know about the history. So they are only asking is, we need more freedom. Just let us to be peaceful. Just let us to pray our His Holiness Dalai Lama and other spiritual leaders. So one day arrested. So if one of my brothers arrested, another one give me information. Of course, yeah, they will call me. So the same as the other Tibetans live in exile. So they do give information to their relatives in India or America or European country. So also we have different kind of associations from different part of Tibet. So they also give information to them.
所以他其实他讲说他们的方法就是其实真的很依赖住在西藏里面的人通过各种方法，他们的朋友或那边的那个叫什么西藏那个僧侣然后他们万一有什么事靠他们通过各种方法去传授出来，因为 现在西藏这个其实那个资讯控管非常非常严重啊。其实他每次想说啊，西藏现在蛮悲惨的，他们其实只要什么啊？因为这些西藏人哈，在那里历史也不知道，什么都不知道，不知道美国，不知道欧洲，因为那整个那个控管都非常严重。他们只想要怎么样？他们可以很自由自在的信仰他们的宗教啊，然后他们甚至说让达赖喇嘛回来西藏就好了啊。那反正达赖喇嘛也不是主张独立，就让他回来啊。然后他们是想要在比较和平的方式生活，就是这些都很基本人类基本要求，可是现在都没办法达到。好，所以那种情形并不是非常顺畅啊，所以真的要知道里面发生什么事情，然后对他们一些很多的破坏，都只能靠他们这些朋友这些特殊关系，然后这样的事情，然后通过各种方式慢慢跟他们他们一定要在里面有维持、有认识、有关系，然后靠着他们把里面的资讯送出来，然后再跟全世界人来做报道啊，就是他们现在目前做的就是这样。
So, due to this reporting, so many sisters and many brothers also receive sentenced for these kind of. So sometimes they use phones tape. So they do not have the ideas. Okay, I don't want to go to internet. So if I go to internet, then Chinese will arrest me. Yeah, but they don't know if they call phone. They don't know about it. They found the tape. Yeah. So anyway, they are arrested. So tomorrow, most of those people who are giving the information, they're arrested and sentenced. So, so this kind of, they say the punishment is they call actually national security, national
security
issue. So, actually, they are. It's not such a secret issue actually, but they call it, they label it as a national kind of the security issue. So minimum they sentence for 5 to 10 years. 10 years for giving information by phone, by Skype, by Facebook. Facebook is become very late, yeah. So right now it's very difficult to get information, but still they give information, even having a great danger for themselves.
所以他讲说，里面只要送讯出来，他们都冒生命很大的危险啊。那 Internet 是比较难，比较因为 Internet 一抓就抓到了嘛。有时候说透过那个电话啊，因为电话有时候不是那么容易去抓啊。说透过电话，透过 Skype， 透过 Facebook， 我比较容易知道啊。然后说那个试着把消息传送出来的人啊，常常会怎么样说，就以违反国家安全啊名义逮捕他们，然后常常会判刑多少呢？5到10年，哦，只是把里面说发生什么事情这样传出来，就判他5到10年。所以说，其实里面的人就是要传资讯还是非常非常困难的，虽然非常困难，还是会有几个讯息还是会传出来，让他们在外面能够知道。
好像也叫颠覆国家政权罪。
哦，颠覆国家政权，
然后还有一个是煽动颠覆国家政权罪，煽动，只要你说了就算。
哦，只要你说就算。好，我教你说，在中国是不一样，在中国怎么样说了没关系，但是要写，你写下来就完了。所以我以前跟一个中国人讲说，我说没关系，但是绝对不能写，哦，写下来就惨了。所以颠覆国家罪，
政权罪，
颠覆国家政权罪。OK。
So. And then, I'll give you one example. So, Tibetan filmmaker, he is not actually, he was a very individual. He went to Tibet, meeting his family, and then, he just video, he has a small video, so he interviews some people, what they feel about Dalai Lama. So, he sentenced 8 years. And
80
years.
8 years.
So we just, talking with their family relatives around his family, his kind of village people. Mm-hmm. And another doctor, she's a doctor. I know her. She came to in India in 2007, and I came 2008. Oh, I met her. She came to my house.
Yeah, and then went back, and he was.
And then she
she was sentenced for 15 years.
I mean, she went to India to
Yeah.
meet you, and then when she back to China, she was sentenced to 15 years.
She's sentenced for 50 years meeting people like me and taking some books to Tibet. So right now she's facing, she already, is sentenced to 8. So now is already 3 years past, yeah. So still there's many more years to pass, yeah. She's a doctor, but she's right now in prison. So like that. This is like it's if you give us more information, in China it's a big punishment.
所以他有人是怎么样？他说有一个医生是出来哈，曾经出来过，然后跟他见个面，啊，另外只是打个电话，就是谈谈聊天，就被怎么样判了8年。然后那个出来见了他，然后好像见了达赖，然后被判了15年。一个医生啊，出来回去，所以要说这真的是不容易啊，不简单的事情，对他们压力是非常大。
So that's why I told you that each of the exiled Tibetans are representing the 6 million Tibetans inside Tibet, because we have every freedom. Today I am in front of you, speaking freely, but I can say, I can talk, I can express whatever I want here. So it's a democracy country, and India is also same. So that's why we are outside Tibet. So I never met my parents because they passed away after 6 years I come to India. Right? I know I'm never going to meet them, right? But still with things, I'm thinking, I'm also always encouraging myself and thinking that, okay, you should not be discouraged. You think about your country, you think about your people. You are representing them, especially media. Media is presenting their voice. So I always feel like that way. So even my office is very small. That's why I always say we have a good fire on it, and it can cook tea, everything. No, small fire can cook everything. Like Tibetan food, we have momo, tukwa, like in Chinese you say jiao su, also tea, cha. So we can cook everything, so like that. So I think that way.
所以他现在他继续说呢，他现在可以很自由在这边跟各位谈话，他不害怕任何事情，可以自由思想他可以自由谈很多事情他觉得就是因为他在台湾这是一个民主的国家其实某种程度也很像印度这也是为什么他是在西藏外面他觉得这种自由这种民主是非常重要的。他说他6岁他父母就过世了，然后他离开印度之后，他从来就没有再见过，都没有办法再回去看他的父母了因为他父母走了但是很难过但是没有办法但是他觉得他现在做的就是他代表了他的国家，他要去思考他的国家西藏吐蕃他思考他的人民他尤其媒体他现在所讲的那些都某种时候可以代表他们为他们来发声这对他讲是非常非常重要的。虽然是很小很小的一个力量但是终究是可以慢慢汇聚起来变成比较大的力量所以他就是在强调他很珍惜这样的一个自由民主这是他这边他的一个很重要的感觉。
So conclusion. So I always say China is a big country, but China is small. So don't think you are small. Yeah, you have everything. So I think you are stronger than Tibetan. I think you are stronger than Tibetan.
Thank you.
So never discourage. Yeah, fight for whatever you want.
他最后结论他说大家都讲中国是个大国，你们是个小国。可是台湾虽然是个小国，但是我们什么都拥有不像中国它缺了很多东西那虽然小但是还是可以好好去奋斗，一定要好好去奋斗。而且我们比西藏强多了是很多人这样讲。我们真的是比西藏强多了，幸运多了，所以要好好珍惜，然后去为我们自己的这个民主这个政治制度去好好去奋斗。我刚才讲到谢谢其实我那时候也碰到，之前我有碰到那个他们西藏青年会的人那一个女生她来了，我觉得那是几年前她来的时候，我觉得很感动。她讲说， 那时候是民进党时代，然后他就带他们去参观我们的 F16，他说哇，他说西藏也哪一天有 F16哈，我们就好了哈，我们就没有问题。你们这么强，然后那时候我们才讲说你们才这么好，因为有个达赖喇嘛我们都没有哈，我们出去什么地方都不能去，达赖喇嘛每个人都要见你哈，所以其实我们两个有互补，然后也就是互相，反正很有趣啊，可以很多合作。I just trying to tell them that several years ago I met also someone from the Tibet Youth Congress, and she was a girl, and at the moment it's under the new government. So we bring her to see our F-16 fighter, fighter, and she said, "Oh, you are so strong, so nice. If one day Tibet also can have this kind of F-16 fighter, we will be able to fight against China. We will be able to keep our independence. It's really a dream for us." So she just said, "It's so nice to be in Taiwan," but in the same time, we just say also, "Yeah, you are very nice because you have a Dalai Lama. We don't have a Dalai Lama, and our president can go nowhere. Nobody want to meet him, but Dalai Lama, everyone want to meet him. So you are stronger than us." And she said that we are stronger than you. So I just said we admire each other, but the last thing that maybe we should try to work together and to preserve our political system. So it's very important to work together. What I want to say, I hope in the future that we can work together between Taiwan and Tibet, not only for the future of our country, but also I think the name of democracy, the name of human rights is very important for us. 我也做个结论，刚才提到说哈，其实我们其实要一起要未来要互相帮助工作哈，因为其实不只是他们我们啊，我刚才忘了刚才讲，其实还有像法轮功很多的哈。因为我们要的并不是什么反中国 ，we are not anti-China， we just want to preserve our system。我们并不讨厌中国，我们也觉得中国这样很好，但是我们想要保持我们自己的政治体系，这很重要哈。这个，然后我说以民主的之名，那个人权之名哈，其实我们协助西藏，其实也只是怎么样，我们要维持人做人的最基本尊严而已哦。他们想要有他们的宗教信仰，我们想要我们的自由，我想这是全世界人类在走的东西。所以其实在未来，我们应该可以试着怎么样，多合作，多交换一些资讯哈。因为这个并不是什么讨厌或喜欢或反什么的问题，就是说这个民主、人权、自由啊，然后可以自由想要做什么样的事啊，其实很重要。I just every time I take the example, even an animal wants freedom. If we are human, freedom is very important. So it's why we need to work together. 最后一句就是说，甚至连动物都喜欢自由。它被关在那洞里面，它一定很快乐，所以何况我们作为人就是说自由民主，这一定是我们最基本所想要，所以希望这样我们都可以一起共处哈。So I think it's do you still have something to add? It's my conclusion also.
Okay.
Do you have something to add?
Now I can conclude with democracy.
Yeah.
So this is how the media in exile, media. And actually, I want to call it refugee media. Refugee media. And the example is, I told you, a small stove, to cook, everything. So, but this is also, we are a very small kind of population, but it's also representing the 6 million Tibetans. But you have your own, you are staying your own life. And you have around 20 million people, yeah? So, this morning, I talked with Jungni, and
all the lady.
Yeah. Jungni, yeah. Jungni was, we Tibetans also have a lot of names, Jungni, Pema Jungni, Tinzin Jungni, Kumba Jungni, there are a lot of Jungni too. And, but I think many is different. And we talk about, younger and older generations, yeah? And he said, he pointed me a place called Yeshe memory place. Now it looks like garden. He told me. Yeah. Yeah, and I said, okay, but people, younger generations not going that much, yeah. So we talk about difference between the younger generation and older generations. And I told him, okay, because not going, because the younger generation were facing a different situation. I know maybe our the parents, they are facing, they are preparing a war for tomorrow. We are not like that. We are a democracy system. Now world will change already. of course, we have a war, but it's not like a peaceful war right now. We are, so yeah, one thing is happening in the Taipei is tomorrow, everywhere they know. So it's not easy to do such things in this world right now. So Taiwan has its own people online, and the people are living on people. And you also have, just Professor who said you have a strong defense. And of course we have a spiritual leader. And then let me include with the Tibetan democracy. Dalai Lama came to an exile in 1959. He also went to Beijing and met the Chinese leader, Mao Zedong, other leaders. And then he came to Tibet, in 1940s, yeah. And then he founded a committee, reform committee to democratize the Tibetan administration. But there are very, very small success because of the Chinese occupation. And then he came to India and founded the Tibetan government. And right now, he handed over his all political power to a elected leader, young leader. So we have, I told you from the beginning, we have a popular, we have a small group, but we have the population, but we still have a popular prime minister. And recently he got a gold medal from European country. I was thinking about that. Sometimes it's too early to have a gold medal because he already started his job only 1 year ago. And
he's from Harvard.
He's Harvard.
I met him when I was in Harvard.
Oh,
yeah, I met him.
So it's your friend, yeah, maybe. Yeah, and so also some people also talk about the Obama's Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize, right? Because he got Nobel Peace Prize before he worked for the peace or human rights. So he started some wars already, yeah. So people also questioning about Obama's Nobel Peace Prize. Is it reasonable for him or not, yeah? So I also thinking about him, my prime minister. He's very popular, he's a very educated, young, talented, and he was born a very normal family. And so this is our kind of democracy right now. I think Tibetan democracy is more younger, more fresh. It's very nice, but our system is came through a different way. Like Dalai Lama founded, and he was used to appoint his cabinet and these things by himself. Now he transformed his power to a elected government, elected leaders, and elected prime minister. So I think this is very we are sharing a similar kind of similar situation regarding the democracy system. We have a democracy system. Actually, it's not big differences with the Tibetan democracy. Our democracy system is not a present system, also parliamentary system, not a parliamentary system. We have only one parliament, but it's not how to say the China has. China has only one party system. So that is China says one party system. So everything is decided by this one party system. So we have 3 provinces. So in exile we elect our parliament members. We have 44 members, and 10 each from the 3 traditional provinces that I told you this morning. Kham, Amdo, and Central Tibet, Eastern Tibet, and Northern Eastern Tibet. And then that is the differences with it. Taiwan, you have different parties. That is very nice also. So I think that is maybe too small to have, the population is too small to have too many parties maybe. But of course, yeah, when we get independence or autonomous, whatever it is, so then we have 6 million Tibetans, yeah? And then we can have more parties like Taiwan, or maybe they will discuss and decide.
You are not so small, you know, you are bigger than Singapore in terms of population. Singapore, we have 4 million, you have 3 million. So don't think you are small.
I'm talking about the democracy system in exile. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
And the Luxembourg have only 400,000. 好，所以他刚才特别提到，在提到说他的工作其实，就比如说是流亡的媒体他是那边，然后他觉得说我们其实也不是那么小了因为他觉得小虽然小，但因为我们都在做一些符合世界未来发展事情，所以慢慢就像煮东西一样，有一天总会煮开，就是我们未来都会成功。所以这是他说他们600万，但是台湾有国家有领土，而且2300万，所以是非常其实非常强大一个国家以他们的观点来看然后他提到老爹名字钟离，他只在讲说钟离对他非常好他们在西藏里面也有很多钟离然后今天大家去士林官邸来看士林官邸现在以前是一个独裁的象征，但现在已经变成一个花园所以很多年轻人在那边在看可能也不太晓得过去所以这是一个现在年轻人跟以前当然很不一样他说我们祖父母那一代常常要准备要作战，准备战争那个时候。那现在年轻一代也是要准备战争，可是那战争已经不是具体那种战争，因为我们的生活，因为我们的现在经济这方面作战，所以可能对4年关系也跟他们那时候也都不太一样所以不能这样去比较但是最重要当然追求一个很好生活是很重要的事情所以也不能要求这么多但是希望说大家也都可以关心这些东西然后他也提到说什么当然达赖喇嘛当年1959去北京去看毛泽东但是并没有很大的那也提到民主可是完全不可能在那时候因为他们完全被中国占领了所以达赖喇嘛只好回到后来就逃亡到印度去然后他们就慢慢这一群人数不多的然后慢慢去准备建立一个怎么样比较类似一个那个什么民主体系的现在在印度那边然后他们现在达赖喇嘛也终于把那个政权也透过就是希望建立比较民主体，然后交给一个年轻的一个总理，他刚才提到是他非常喜欢他，非常优秀的，因为我见过他，我在哈佛待过，我见过那个总理他们现在在讨论说，未来因为他现在做的非常好，也管理的非常好，说未来是要颁给他一个那个什么诺贝尔和平奖这当然是在讨论当中所以他觉得说，这么年轻拿个诺贝尔和平奖到底适不适当无论如何，就是说他们也很努力在建立一个怎么样属于他们的民主体系他觉得说台湾跟西藏共享的价值在就是民主虽然我们的民主不太一样他说台湾这么强台湾这么强大然后人数这么多然后那个政党这么多当然他觉得西藏可能目前不太适合有这样的一个体系，但至少是试着朝着走这样的一个比较民主的方向在走所以这跟中国是完全不一样的，我们就完全没有跟他共享价值，因为怎么样，中国是一个共产，然后一党都专制的一个地方所以我讲说他们现在就是他做一个结论说，台湾跟西藏至少有一个共同点，就是什么样的关于民主自由这个希望我们可以好好珍惜。OK， 那我们大概就这样好不好？谢谢各位Thank you so much. You are the future of Taiwan of the world. Taiwan and the future of Tibet also.